Rising, y'all. I'm gonna put this out as a video, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into it without anybody in there. But this is I live stream this. This is live, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. Let me set my camera. No, not the water dripping out. Set my camera up. And Grand Rising, y'all. Before I get into this, this is not to offend anybody's religion or to offend anybody's belief or attack anybody's belief. You can believe in what you want to. If you don't believe in what I'm saying, you may click off this video now. If you believe that, this is my disclaimer. If you believe that the God in the Bible is truly God, click off this video now, because I am finna get into some information that may contradict that. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So I want to start off by saying all this is coming from information, intuition, and realization, and observation, and alignment. These are downloads that I'm getting. If you don't believe this, you don't have to comment and say whoop de whoop de whoop. You don't have to do none of that. If you don't believe it, you can leave. I don't care what you have to say. If you don't believe it, I don't care to argue with you. You feel what I'm saying? I know I believe what I believe. You can believe what you believe. You can't come tell me what I think is wrong. I can't come tell you what I think is wrong. What I can do is put on my platform some information that I believe is right. And what you can do is create your own platform and go put out some information that you believe is right. You feel what I'm saying? We both have that ability. You feel what I'm saying? You are not entitled to come on my shit and do all the other shit. So let's get started. All right, so this is why God in the Bible is actually the devil, okay? And I'm gonna get to a bunch of realizations, a bunch of things that I'm gonna just tap on each of these points, and then from each of these points I tap on, you can go do further research for yourself to come to your own conclusion if you believe this or not. But this is just, I'm gonna give you some shit to go research, you feel what I'm saying? So the first one, this is why I even decided to make this video, because I was watching YouTube last night, you feel what I'm saying? And I was watching this Mandela effect thing, you feel what I'm saying? And that was showing the Mandela effect. You know how people remember a certain thing a certain type of way, and then when you look at it now, it looked different. Like they remember, like the Mandela effect came from people remembering Nelson Mandela dying in jail or some shit. But then after that, a while later, like in 2009 or something, he got out of jail or something. He was free, and people thought he was dead. And another one is like Ford logo change, motherfucking Chick-fil-A shit change, a bunch of stuff changed. So what this has to do with what I'm saying about God is, one of the things in that Mandela effect video that was talking about God in the Bible, and they were like, this is a Bible Mandela effect, and the Bible Mandela effect had to do with God's name, and he was like, what do everybody remember God's name being? And then, you know, he spoke of that part where it say what God is basically saying, do not worship any other God, because God is a jealous God. People remember that. Do not worship any other God, because God is a jealous God. But, and I was like, I heard that before, and I was like, okay, yeah, jealous God, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense, because actions show that. Actions show that. But what's up, Dragonfly? That's my guy right there, you feel me? But basically, in that video, that was like the Mandela effect was, nobody remembers this part. It said, do not worship any other God. For God's name is jealous. He is a jealous God. God's name is jealous. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see nature. That's a sign of God. You see nature, that's a sign of real God. Nature flying around my crown chakra. But basically that was saying, like, it said, do not worship any other God, because for God, do not worship any other God, for God's name is jealous. He is a jealous God. So basically in the Bible it says God, his name is jealous. Your name is the saying it's the vocal frequency that describes you. But writing it down, it's the calligraphical, if that's even a word, frequency that describes you. Like your signature is your frequency that describes you. You feel what I'm saying? Your name is what describes you. You ever seen somebody look like a Michael and you like, I bet your name Michael. He's like, yeah, they look like a Michael, right? Because that describes you. You feel what I'm saying? Your name describes you. So basically in this, it's like his name describes him. So he's saying his name is jealous. He is a jealous God. Do you know what jealousy is? Jealousy is low frequency. I from my culture and what we see, from my African culture and what we don't see God and devil as being real. Heaven and hell is not real. If you are a spirit, you cannot burn in heaven or hell. I mean, you cannot burn in hell. A spirit can't burn in fire. When have you ever seen a ghost catch on fire? That's impossible because it's not physical matter. You feel what I'm saying? Fire is a physical matter within this density of existence in this realm. Within this density, it exists in the physical realm. Outside of the physical realm, it doesn't exist in that form to where you can catch on fire. Only physical objects can catch on fire. You feel what I'm saying? And even some physical objects can't catch on fire. Is that? Like, have you ever seen like water mist that's catch on fire and just be on fire and all some type of gas just stand on fire, like some fire just floating because it's attached to some gas? No, because the gas is vibrating too high for that shit to even happen. If anything that's gonna happen, the fire just gonna evaporate it more and it's gonna become more of a gas. You feel what I'm saying? Fire actually will create gas. It will create a gas. When you burn shit, fumes burn off. You feel what I'm saying? These are gases that burn off of shit. Fire creates that gas. Fire turns things from physical to metaphysical. You can't see it no more, but you can smell it. You feel what I'm saying? Fire creates smell. You can't see smell, but you can smell it. That's how you can say it's forces around us that you can't experience. It's forces and energies around it that you don't see that they are here. Like it could be an entity right here or right here. It probably is two angelic entities right here, but you can't see them because these sensory devices that you are equipped with within this physical body, they don't pick up those frequencies. Like you can't, if you search it up, you can search this up right now. Humans only see 0.1% of the visual spectrum, visual light spectrum. So it's so much other light spectrums that we can see. What if we can switch our eyes and see all these other light spectrums, what will we see? You feel what I'm saying? Well, let me take my shirt off because I want the sun to hit my chair. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Y'all waking. But with these other frequencies, we don't experience them. You feel what I'm saying? It's smells that you probably can't smell. All these things are frequencies. Like all the smell, sight, touch, taste, all these are frequencies, and certain organs on our body are equipped to, you feel me? Equipped to sense these frequencies. Like let's just say for something to be able to sing, it has to vibrate at a rate of 29 megahertz. But I'm just making something up for an example. Then let's just say if for something to be smelled, it has to vibrate at a frequency of 300 megahertz. And let's just see, for something to hear, it has to vibrate at a frequency of 432 megahertz. Your ears will be equipped to pick up things between 432 megahertz all the way up to the limit. Yo, what you call it? Your nose, the smell shit will be equipped to pick up stuff from 300 megahertz all the way to 432 megahertz. And your eyes will be equipped to pick up everything from 39 megahertz all the way up to 300 megahertz. Like, it's like it's different frequencies and different organs, different things that we have. Our ears, our eyes, our nose, our mouth is able to pick up these things at different frequencies. You feel what I'm saying? And then if you look at the eye of horrors, I'm giving y'all information before I really get into this. But if you look at the eye of horrors, it shows the limbic area of the brain, but also it's split into multiple sections, split into 5 sections, I think. Yeah, it's 6 sections actually, and it's split into 64 parts. And the parts are one half sight, what you call it? One half sight, 1/4 hearing, or is it thought? 1/4 or 1/8 is hearing, and then 1/8 I think is thought. I think it's thought, and then 1/16 is taste, and then 132 is touch, and then one. You feel what I'm saying? It's all. I might got that mixed up. I might have got that mixed up, but you see what I'm saying? It's split into different parts because it's hearing, it's sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, thought. Thought is the top. These symbols show that. Whatever. Y'all seen that? This right here. This symbol I'm talking about, and thought is the top line, and it goes sight, smell, taste, thought. Wait, it's smell. Thought, it's one of them, bro. I gotta go look at it. I write this shit down and I remember it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. You know how sometimes you have brain farts, nigga. Everybody have brain farts, nigga. For real though, everybody have brain farts. So don't, if you don't ever down yourself for not doing some shit, because you can always take the energy that you're using to down yourself to go do better with that. So with that, I'm with this, for me having a brain fart right now, I'm gonna take this as a lesson to go study that hard and implement it in my shit. I'm gonna start saying that shit every day. I'm gonna make a whole video on the eye of Horus and the eye of Ra, so that I can definitely implement that into my head. So I won't, so it would be impossible for me to have a brain fart about that. You feel what I'm saying? Because any other day, I can recite this shit so much any other day. I recited it in my other videos, but all of a sudden brain fart. But back on track, these are different frequencies, so you can't burn. You can't burn. Hell is not real, and that heaven that they show on TV and shit with a nigga in the clouds, that shit not real. That's, I would say that's white people heaven. Let them have that heaven. Us melanated African indigenous beings, we don't have that heaven, bro. We are beyond this earth. They're these people heaven are on the clouds. The clouds are still inside this earth. There's no clouds in space. You feel what I'm saying? We come from space. We are celestial beings. We come from space. Earth comes from space. We come from space. The sun comes from space. We are celestial beings. We are star beings. We are created for that. These people only exist within this dimension. The third dimension. They only exist. And in the fourth dimension, if you have them in your thought, if you think about them. But as you see, I always seen it though, and I always thought as a kid, like, okay, what heaven is? If heaven on the clouds, where is heaven? It's up there. It's just up there. So what about all that stuff on top of that? Is that above God? Is that where did that come from? Nigga, heaven is that their heaven is on this earth, on that cloud, because that's the farthest they can go. They can't go to the celestial. They can't go. It's like they can't sit in the sun like I'm sitting in the sun right now. I feel good. Nigga, my skin is radiating and glowing. I feel good. I don't even feel hot. If I felt hot, I definitely would not be out here. I'm not even busting a sweat. Look at it. My other people, my folks and shit, they're not like me. They don't do the shit I do for my body. They don't be vegan and take care of that shit like I do. So they come out here, they instantly start sweating. I'm not busting no sweat at all. Look at it. I'm dry as except the natural oils my skin is creating or releasing. Is that a chicken feather? Off track. But so with that being said, that all that doesn't exist. So back to even closer to the point, God being a jealous God. Jealousy is low frequency. Yo, excuse me. Hold on, let me move it. Excuse me. I ain't want to burp in y'all ear then. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't want to just which I don't. I didn't sound like that. But jealousy is low frequency. You can this is how you would like they say angels and devils. Those are two virtues of you. These are not real entities. There may be angelic entities and demonic entities, but these are entities on different frequency. The angelic entities on a higher frequency, and they radiate with a higher frequency. And I'm going to tell you what these higher frequencies associate with. And these demonic entities are on a lower frequency, and I'm going to tell you what these lower frequencies associate. Okay, so with the angelic beings, they would say God or angels or something. They would vibrate at a higher frequency. And when you think of angelic, you always think of happy, love, all that. Those are higher frequencies. Those are in your higher chakras. Those are When your chakras are balanced, then you're vibrating higher in your chakras. You feel what I'm saying? When you're vibrating higher, when you're feeling good, that's how you know you're vibrating higher. When you're putting out nothing but love, that's how you know you're vibrating higher. You feel what I'm saying? When you value something, that's how you know you're vibrating higher. You feel what I'm saying? So these frequencies determine what part of yourself. And demons, people say they got demons inside them. That's just their lower self. That's the lower frequencies they have inside them that they have not dealt with. They have not raised the frequency in these certain categories. If your root chakra, go do research about chakras. Chakras are basically the, the chakras are basically the energy centers on your body. You feel what I'm saying? The energy pushes out through it. It goes through the back and through the front. And how you emit energy. But your chakras can be closed off. They can be unbalanced. They can be too closed. They can be too open. And they can be just closed in general. That's when people get depressed because their chakras close up. Then people get to having anxiety and shit because they be kind of closed. Or people might talk too much because their throat chakra too open. You feel what I'm saying? Too much energy is flowing through it. It's not balanced. You balance your chakras to align yourself and to see. It's like having a key. It's like, okay, you can't go too far this way or it's gonna be too big. You can't go too far this way or it's gonna be too little. But to fit through this hole, it got to be perfect size for it to go straight through. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you have to be perfect balance. You have to be balanced. Not too far on this side, not too far on this side. Balanced. Because balance creates order. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we're in a realm where good and evil, I'm gonna say order and chaos exist simultaneously. But those, if chaos didn't exist, then there would be no order. If order didn't exist, there would be no chaos. You feel what I'm saying? These are two polarities, like good and bad, God and the devil. We live in a realm where it's two polarities to everything. Masculine and feminine, man and woman. You feel what I'm saying? It's polarities to everything. You feel what I'm saying? What you're supposed to do in this life is balance those polarities. If you're a biological entity, you're supposed to balance your masculine and your feminine. You feel what I'm saying? We supposed to balance these polarities. And that's why God doesn't eliminate the devil, because then who would God be without the devil? How can you say something is good if there's nothing bad? It's just regular. You can't label it good because it's regular. Then what's not good? You feel what I'm saying? If bad didn't exist, then what would be considered not good? You feel what I'm saying? But you have to balance these two polarities. Balance the negative and the positive like a battery. Batteries have a negative side and a positive side. That's how the energy can flow through that shit. What the positive side doing is emitting that electrical volt through one side of the battery, and then that electrical voltage is going all the way through the electronic product, and then the negative side is sucking that back in, and it's just going like a cycle and keeping that shit running with electricity. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a circuit. That's what it's doing with that negative and positive side. If it had two positive sides, it wouldn't work. Two negative sides, it wouldn't work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, another example, men and women. Two men trying to have a kid won't work. Two women trying to have a kid won't work. By nature, they won't. But these people trying to do all that fake ass shit, trying to take women's wombs and do weird shit. Take women's wombs, kill women to take their wombs, and you put them in a. That's weird, bro. Don't take no woman womb, bro. That's weird. Why would you kill? Why would you? They do all this human trafficking and shit, bro. This shit real, bro. What do you think these folks? It was one politician. That nigga had 9 heart transplants. Where do you think he got these heart transplants from? You would think it was organs? You would think organ donors gave him 9 heart transplants. What about all these people in the world that need a transplant for a heart? How he got 9 of them? Nigga, if you need 9 heart transplants, nigga, you supposed to have been out of here. If you need 9 of them, 9? Money can get you shit that you don't. Come on, man. But to say all that, I say this. Good and evil is just parts of yourself. If you're vibrating high and you're vibrating out of love, or happiness, you good. If you're vibrating low, you're gonna do something like be jealous or be envious or be hateful. You feel what I'm saying? Love is high frequency. Hate is low frequency. Appreciation is high frequency. Jealousy is low frequency. These high frequencies are what we consider God. You would say God does these things. These low frequencies like jealousy, hate, envy, all that shit is low frequencies. Since you don't want to experience, these are low frequency. Even anger and shit, those are low frequencies. Those lower your vibration. Anger makes your mind so cloudy it's hard to think and you just act. But if anger can be used righteously, anger can be good. You can use anger righteously. You can use anger to push it forward. Anger is pure energy being emitted from you. So this is why I say this. These certain low frequencies can certain I ain't gonna say low frequencies, but certain aspects of yourself that you would deem devil, you can use like, okay, example, building a house would be creation. Creation and destruction, that's God and the devil as well. Building a house would be creation. God created shit. Destroying that house would be the devil. The devil destroys shit. But you can unrighteously build something and you can righteously destroy something. This is how. You can God the devil can create something and God can destroy something. This is how. Because let's just say you want to build a house for a homeless person. You doing something good. And let's say you see somebody with a house and you destroy that house and they don't have a house. You doing something evil. But let's just say on another note, how these can be reversed. Let's just say you, let's just say like a crazy twisted politician want to build a machine that emits a frequency that makes people sick in a certain area. That's demonic. But the let's say the people found out about this and somebody woke up one night and wanted to save their people, so they broke down that machine. That would be godly. It depends on the intent and what you do behind it. It's not the action, but the intent of the action, or what you doing behind it. What's in your heart while you doing it. You feel what I'm saying? You can kill somebody righteously and unrighteously. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't say nothing about when the police kill people. They be like, yeah, you go. Because they killed somebody that was doing something bad. Like people be like, wouldn't you, I was trying to see something. Wouldn't you think, okay, just killing somebody randomly is bad, right? And killing a random person, killing an old lady or something, that's bad, right? But killing somebody that's trying to rape an old lady, that's good. He did that for a good purpose. That's why people can get off with doing certain things, with doing certain crimes because of the intent of the crime and what that crime did. You feel what I'm saying? Even though this justice system that we have is unjustful, even though they're supposed to be living by my yacht and putting their court up in a certain way to replicate Egypt, to replicate my yacht, they still are unjust, which is why my yacht doesn't really fuck with this unjust system that is currently in play in this society, in America. And I would say past America. I would say in other shit as well. So now that you know that it's different between low frequencies and high frequencies, this is how God is the devil. This is how the God in the Bible is the devil. It says, do not worship any other God, for his name is for God's name is jealous. He is a jealous God. Jealousy is low frequency. People do bad shit out of jealousy. People will sabotage shit just for jealousy. People will rob a homeless person because they're jealous that somebody gave a homeless person money and not them. People will destroy other people's shit out of pure jealousy. That's demonic. That's something a demon would do. The devil would do. Who is gonna destroy something out of jealousy? Who is gonna be jealous When people are jealous, they don't do good actions. And what somebody who's on a higher vibration would do if they was like, oh shit, somebody got some. For one, somebody on a higher vibration not even gonna get jealous. They're gonna be grateful for somebody else. But if they were jealous, if they were quote unquote jealous at somebody else, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm, I don't, I want what he got. I don't like that. I don't have that. They would go try to get their version of that. You feel what I'm saying? But that's not what's going on in this Bible case. God said, don't worship any other nigga. He don't want no competition. He don't want no, cause he, for one, has low self-esteem in himself, cause he feel like he's jealous for one, so he feel like he's not. If you worship these other guys, you're gonna see these other guys as better and leave him. Jealousy, that's low frequency, versus the gods in Kemet, the gods in ancient Egypt, which is Kemet. But Egypt, they named that shit after they conquered that shit, cause they conquered it from the inside out. They named it Egypt, which is fuck that name. I'm talking about Kemet, where we lived at. It's multiple gods. These guys are not jealous of each other because these guys all offer something to the table. Mayat offers truth, balance, justice, and all that. Hey, Asar offers resurrection, fertility, rebirth. You feel me? Life. Aset offers nurturing, motherly energy. Heru offers hero energy. He offers rising. He's the falcon god. He offers, you know, falcon. Do you know what falcons do? Do you know what the falcon is? One of the incredible birds on this planet. Fastest bird, one of the most fastest birds on this planet. Hawk, falcon, man, that's them birds, man. Oh shit, that's them birds, though, man. But these entities, these guys in Kemet, they did not say don't worship no other god, or don't appreciate no other god because because I'm jealous. They didn't say that. This nigga said don't appreciate no other god because you jealous, and if you do, then he gonna try to do he gonna turn into the devil and do bad to you. This person in the Bible sounds like a narcissist. Who is they talking about? They not talking about God. They not talking about God. They created everything. Because why would God, who created everything, think like this? These are humanly thoughts. These are things that humans think. So the God they talking about in the Bible, that must not be God. That must be a fucking human. Why would a God think like that? Why would God think like that? God doesn't have to deal with jealousy. God doesn't have to deal with envy. God doesn't have to deal with hate. So why would God think like that? You feel what I'm saying? Why? If you look at the gods in Kemet, they wasn't jealous gods or envious gods or hateful gods. And it loud at. Y'all hear these loud bugs around? But they didn't deal with that. So what I'm saying is, if you look at all the things that God did in the Bible, why? He created demonic shit. He created the devil in the Bible. He created the devil. Why would you create the devil? Why would you create a low frequency entity just to fucking just to fucking tell people that's to call them bad? That's like your parents birthing you just to hate you, just to tell people to hate you. You made this nigga. You telling these nigga, oh, the devil bad, this and that. You created this nigga though. You made this nigga though. Nigga came from you. You have the power to get. God can just snap and get rid of the devil anytime. Supposedly, how they express it in the Bible, like he can just bye devil. Why don't he do that? You feel what I'm saying? Why don't he just get rid of the devil? Why did he kill more people in the Bible than the devil did? Why did he sacrifice his own son and make another nigga about to sacrifice his own son? Why do he like sacrifices? Why do you like sacrificing motherfuckers? That's some shit that the devil would do. Don't they tell you that you have to sacrifice somebody to sell your soul? Then God in the Bible sacrifice somebody, his son. Then God in the Bible tell somebody else to sacrifice their children. Don't they say when you get into the Illuminati or whatever, you have to sign a contract and sacrifice somebody or sacrifice a part of yourself or sacrifice your soul? You have to make a sacrifice. So tell me why? So tell me Why? If you are, why? Why would you even want somebody to make a sacrifice to you? You feel what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to make. I don't want nobody to in, in order for me to give them something, they have to sacrifice something to me. Nigga, I'm gonna give it out of love, nigga. If I love you, I'm gonna do them like that. Battery going dead, so make this quicker. I'm gonna give it to you out of love. Give it to you because you need it. Like, if I see a homeless person on the street that needs some money to get something to eat, I'm gonna give them that money out of love. I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, boy, if you want to eat today, but you're gonna have to sacrifice this to me, boy. You're gonna have to give me your, matter of fact, cut off your foot and give it to me. No, I'm not doing that. That's some demonic shit. That's some envious shit, some jealous shit, some shit that the God in the Bible has done and does. Maybe the God in the Bible doesn't want you worshiping other gods because if you worship other gods, you will see that these other gods are more godly than him. Because he's not really God. He's a character playing God. He's a jealous God. What he's saying is he's seen these other gods and he was jealous of these other gods, so he wanted to be in this position. So what he did is came down here and tried to manipulate reality to see him as God so he can play God. He's playing God. He's not God. He's playing God. He's not God. And he's playing the role of God. Well, not by not being godly though. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that shit is aligned up, man. Playing the role of God but not being godly though. It's too much space on one side. You feel what I'm saying? Why not? Why? If you really believed in yourself, why you gotta hate on another motherfucker? Why you gotta be like, don't follow them, follow me, cause I don't like that. I'm jealous. Wait, no, I'm not jealous. I'm be honest. If it, like it's like being musicians and shit. It's like, okay, when musicians are jealous, they're gonna be like, fuck this other musician, he suck. That's why. Before I get into that, they're gonna be like, for the other musician is so. But if a musician is not jealous, they're gonna be like, shit, I listen to Wood, go listen to bro, he fire. They're gonna put you on to bro. Because they believe that you will listen to their music if you fuck with it regardless, they confident in their music. That mean that God in that Bible not confident in his godly abilities. Cause he know he not God for real, cause he know if you seen the real gods, that you wouldn't want to fuck with him cause you see what he doing some bullshit. Like, I'm looking at this on my bad. Like God in the Bible, like the example I just made with the celebrities and they gonna tear each other down. This is why everybody in this world today, Christianity is the main religion. People move out of jealousy. They move just like the God in their Bible. Do people not? Do you not see trolls in the comment every fucking day? Is cancel culture not about canceling somebody because you didn't like? Because it's jealousy. It's all jealousy. Why do you think people hate? Why do you think hate? Why do you think people are hating you before they show you support? Because they God hates. They God is jealous. These people are jealous of you. Every time you make an accomplishment, they're gonna be like, oh, you didn't do it this way, or you didn't do it that way. They're gonna try to belittle it. They're gonna hate, they're gonna be because they're jealous of it. They're gonna try to destroy it. They're gonna try to destroy your frame, your confidence of that because they're trying to destroy it. Because they subscribe to the Bible. When you psychologically subscribe to the Bible as true literacy, your mind takes on this program. The Bible is a program. That's why they forced the Bible on slaves. And people think, I don't know why black people say, like, the only thing people got from the slave was good was the Bible. They gave us, why would they why would they pull you as far away from God, far away from everything? Why would they make you live a hellish life and then give you God? They gave you a fake God. They gave you some bullshit to subscribe your mind to. It's a book, if you search it up right now, how to indoctrinate a slave with Christianity. Because it's easier to control them. The last part, because it's easier to control them, is not the part of the book. It's how to indoctrinate a slave with into Christianity. Because they made this shit up just so they can put this into your mindset, so they can have you and your generations of children in the controlled mindset. The God in the Bible makes you do shit out of fear. He wants you to fear him. What kind of fucking God wants you to do that? That sounds like the devil to me. Like they say, um, people like they God-fearing men, God-fearing women. Why do you fear God? Why do you fear people who created you? You're not supposed to fear God. It's like you're not supposed to fear your mama and dad. You're supposed to love them. Shit you fear, you want to get away from. I don't fear my mom and dad. Just because you don't fear your mom and dad don't mean to be disobedient. I don't fear my mom and dad, but I'm going to listen to what they say because I respect them. I don't fear them. I respect them. I listen out of respect, not because I'm scared of them. If you listen out of a fear, you're not going to properly digest it. You're not doing it because you want to. You're doing it because you're scared. If you're doing shit out of fear, you're not doing it because you want to. You do it because you're scared. You're running away from shit because you're scared of it. If you're doing it out of fear, but if you're not purposely, consciously choosing this action out of love, then you're doing it out of fear. You're supposed to pull towards this action because you want to do this. I'm not vegan because I'm scared of some shit. I'm vegan because I want to do this. I don't fear shit. Like, I'm not scared of spiders. I love spiders. People do shit out of fear they're not supposed to do. They kill spiders. What you don't know, when you do shit like that, it's only gonna bring the shit closer to you. When fear is running away from shit. Fear is false evidence appearing real. When you have fear, you create a certain mental construct in your mind, and you go off that, and then it makes you scared, and it for one, it lowers your frequency. It makes you scared, and then it makes you shut down. You can't operate properly. You feel what I'm saying? So fear is false evidence appearing. It makes you do shit. I'm finna say something. Fear makes you. But fear, you do things out of fear that you don't need to do because you fear shit. Fear is only putting you closer to it. You're scared of it. How are you gonna deal with shit in fear? That's why in slavery, during slavery, they did things to install fear into the slaves. They did shit to install fear because they knew that if they because they know frequency, they were aware of frequency. The slave masters were Freemason. To be a Freemason, to be a slave master, you had to be a Freemason. They understand frequency. They understand. They know frequency. They understand frequency. So they know if these people raise their frequency, they're gonna do some shit like try to escape. They're gonna try to fight back. Cause their frequency high, they're gonna feel powerful. They're gonna feel willpower. High frequency things, they're gonna feel powerful. Right? They know if they in fear or low frequency, stagnant and low frequency, they're not gonna do shit. When you see people have willpower, have happiness, and have love, they be moving and start doing shit. They start doing shit for people out of their own because they want to. When you see people sad and fearful, they sit there like people get scared and just stop moving like that. People be sad and get depressed and then they don't go nowhere. They stop moving. It's lower frequency. If you want to understand frequency in that aspect, look at it like okay, water is base frequency. Water is regular frequency. Gas like vapor, water being evaporated into gas, the particles are vibrating higher, so it's vibrating at a higher frequency, so it's less solid. It's able to take more space and do more in space. Able to float and do all type of shit. Maybe if we raised our frequency, we'll be able to float and do all type of shit. Right? We'll be able to levitate if we raise our frequency. And then if you look at ice is low frequency. Ice is solid. The particles in ice are vibrating a lot slower than the particles in water and way slower than the particles in gas. So that tells you right there. That's how you can understand frequency like that. Ice is solid. Ice is solid and ice is a structure. It can't take the form. Real God can take the form of any container. Like if I put some water into this glass that's holding my water in, it's gonna take the form of that container. If I put some gas in that glass, it's gonna take the form of that container. But if you put ice in there, it's gonna be holes everywhere in there. It's not gonna take the form. It's just gonna sit in there in that form. That's how people are. They're low frequency. They closed minded. They can't flow with life. They sit and they go against the grain of life. And that this matrix goes against the grain of life. I'm going with life. The matrix going this way. You feel what I'm saying? Life's going this way. Matrix going this way. I'm going this way. I'm going against the grain of the matrix. The people are going against the grain of life, which is why they have these experiences, which is why they get cancer, which is why they get people get killed and all type of other shit. They're going against the frequency of life. If people align with the frequency of life and went towards the frequency of life and start going against the grain of it, all this shit does not have to happen. We can righteously create and righteously destroy. If you wanna, you can righteously destroy some shit. If you wanna build down, I mean, break down this old building, and then you can righteously create by building up a new building in its place in a better format that can fit more people. That's righteousness. It's doing something in a righteous way. It's doing something with my yacht, doing it with balance, doing it with order, doing it with righteousness, truth, justice, reciprocity, harmony. You're supposed to live harmonious with nature. If you're not living harmonious with nature, you're destroying it. People don't live harmonious with nature. You feel what I'm saying? If I cut my grass, I cut it in a way where I'm not cutting down a whole bunch of shit. So nature can still grow. But most people just gonna cut everything down and they're killing nature. You're supposed to live with nature instead of paving over a fucking road. Why don't you make a vehicle that can travel on grass? Instead of throwing away trash and shit, why not just create biodegradable? That's living with nature, creating biodegradable resources that, for one, when you get rid of it or you put it in the trash or something and it goes to where it goes to, it can properly decompose within the ground. Decomposable sources, natural sources. Leaves decompose. Like this leaf right here, it's already decomposing. It start for one, it start losing its color. Then it turns brown. Then it turns gray. Then it starts breaking apart. Then it breaks apart until it turns it back into soil and it fertilizes the soil. Your body does that as well. You are biodegradable. If somebody buried you, eventually they come back in that spot. You will be decomposing, and long enough you will just be turned into dirt. You will be merged with the dirt. You will be fertilizer for the dirt. You feel what I'm saying? You will make that area stronger. You feel what I'm saying? That's us living in alignment with nature. In ancient history, we used to, like, if we cut our hair, we put it in the ground. When mothers have a baby and their placenta come out, they put that shit in the ground. Put it in nature, in a tree. Give it back to the earth. We eat food from the earth, like fruits and vegetables. We eat food from the earth, and that food generates our cells. You are what you eat. Your cells are made of what you eat. If you eat bullshit all day, then you some bullshit. That's why your body bad. You eat high vibrational foods like fruit and vegetables all day, you're gonna be a high vibrational being. You feel what I'm saying? But them UPS truck, but they be dipping, stopping. They be driving that bit like they got a Hellcat, got a Scat Pack. Where they be driving, but they be skirt. They try to pull off fast as fuck, but you know that bit don't got down. No, it don't burn out, cause that bit is a big ass truck with fucking probably 4 horsepower. I just play. I don't know what that big out in there. But back to what I was saying though. This is why God in the Bible is the devil, because the actions that he does reciprocate actions of the devil. They reflect actions of the devil. People don't think for themselves. If you really sat down and thought about all this, you would come to similar conclusions. People don't think for themselves. People just take what they say and ingest it and try to make sense of it because it's what they said. Somebody can tell you something that don't make sense, but then you will try to make sense of it because you want to ingest that. But it's not making no sense to you, but you're like, okay, it may make sense because this, that, and that. You only shorting yourself when you do that shit, bro. Real talk. You only shorting yourself when you doing that shit, man. People are bad. Speaking of jealousy, God jealousy, we are all energy. We are all frequencies. The gods in Kemet are frequencies. Maya is truth, order, justice. So that means that she's a high frequency being. She's an actual God. The devils vibrate at low frequencies and do things like hate. Demons do things like hate and jealousy and shit. So if God's name is jealous and he's a jealous God, that means his energy signature is jealous. He's jealous. He is jealous. That means he is a demon. I'm not demonic or none of that, bro. I'm one of the most angelic motherfuckers you would ever meet, bro. You can put me in your house right now with $1 million laying on the floor. I'm not gonna touch none of that unless you say I can. I would ask you, hey, bro, can I get some of that money on the floor before I touch any of that? I'm not gonna steal shit. I'm not gonna hurt no. I'm not gonna hurt no old lady. I'm gonna help an old lady. I'm not gonna hurt no homeless person and cuss them out and call them all this shit. Look down on them. I'm gonna help their ass. I don't gave money to homeless people knowing they finna get some drugs, but because I know that maybe they just need that to get through their day. What if you was in that position? Without them drugs, those drugs the only thing keeping them alive. If they wasn't taking that, they probably would want to die instantly. They probably wouldn't want to be alive. So that's why I'm saying, like, the people who subscribe to the Bible, they do things the same way that the God does in the Bible, and that's why the world is the way it is. So, Christianity is the most subscribed to religion, right? It's the most subscribed to religion, so it permeates most of the planet. Most of the planet are chaotic, hateful people. Chaotic people. Most of society is chaotic people. That doesn't tell you something right there? Is that a lying to you right there? Is that a lying to you? Raw, tell them. Is that a lying to him, Raw? Listen to Raw. Raw not no jealous guy. Raw not doing none of that. If Ra was a jealous nigga, the sun, Ra is the sun god, nigga. It's the sun. If the sun creates reality. If the sun wasn't here, your ass would be dead. You wouldn't even be able to exist on this planet. It would be an unlivable plane. Without the sun, plants don't even grow. You know when it get winter, that's when shit start dying. You would die if the sun wasn't here. The sun be here and shit still be dying because it's winter. So nobody pays appreciation to Ra. Nobody pays appreciation to the sun. Nobody pays appreciation to the sun. So if the sun was a jealous God, the sun would leave your ass or burn your ass. The sun would fuck you up because it would be jealous. But the sun's not jealous. The sun, you don't pay no appreciation to the sun. You don't say thank you, sun, for shining this warmth on our planet every day and creating reality and making life grow and keeping and sustaining life on this planet. Because if you were not here, this shit would not be here. You don't say that though. You give credit to the fake God in the Bible. The God I believe is fake. You give credit to the God in the Bible. The son, Ra is not jealous of that. Ra doesn't have jealousy in him. He's not a jealous God. If he was, he wouldn't be a God. Because if Ra was jealous, he was like, oh, so you want to fuck with that nigga and not me. I'm doing this A, B, and C for you, but you're not doing none of that. But he not doing none of that for you. You give the nigga all your praise, but I'm the one keeping you here. Okay, so bad. You know what I'm gonna do? No more light for nobody. Bye. Here, just leave it. Go away. Here go shine light on another planet. Or he'll make, matter of fact, you wanna play? I'll burn your ass then. He'll make it hot as fuck, send solar flares and all type of shit this way. Directly this way with the intent to burn Earth, with the intent to burn you. Bet the sun doesn't do that. The sun's intent is not to burn you because of that. That's not the intent. Cause I gotta make this a little bit shorter because my phone's 6%. The sun is not doing that. The sun is heating up for the purpose of, for the right purpose though. It's heating up to unlock our DNA is finna unlock. The sun is charging up. It's getting hotter and hotter. Extruding more life on the planet. It's getting winter and it's still hot right now. It still be 90 degrees and shit. And it's turning winter. It's in the fall right now, nigga. I'm outside with no shirt off in November. When you ever been outside with no shirt off in November, nigga? Look at that. It been all type of heat waves and shit, nigga. All type of natural disasters happening. And let me tell y'all something about these natural disasters. The government try to act like they doing that shit. When aliens come, they gonna try to act like they doing it. They gonna act like they doing Project Blue Beam and act like they doing that shit. They not doing that shit. They taking credit for them because they playing God. I seen that the "In God We Trust" on the dollar bill. It does not mean God that you think. It means government order something. It's God, government order of something. For now, I'm gonna say government order demonstration, but I don't think the D was demonstration. I have the thing. I have the screenshot of it. You feel what I'm saying? That you basically, when you saying "In God We Trust" on the dollar bill, you saying in the government you trust, in the government order you trust. Whatever they say you trust. But these are the motherfuckers that's playing God. These are the jealous motherfuckers that's playing God. The same motherfucker that created that government, the same motherfuckers that created that book of the Bible to indoctrinate you with. Just think about it. Just take everything I'm saying and think about it. Just come to realizations. You feel what I'm saying? Think of how many people move out of jealousy but subscribe to Christianity. How many people do low frequency things but supposed to be godly though? Supposed to be the closest to God as you want to be, but you doing devilish shit. How does that make sense? And if you want to know another thing too, God steals as well. Supposedly, because God wrote you 10 commandments, right? God in the Bible told you 10 commandments, right? He stole those 10 commandments from Mayat. The 42 laws of justice. And it's more than 42 laws, but it's 42 main laws. Those 10 commandments is embedded within those 42 laws. He took 10 of those 42 laws and said, you should not do this. He didn't say he was not going to do it. In my yacht's 42 laws, it says, I have not stolen. I have not harmed another being. I have not did this. I have not did that. I have not been greedy. I have not done this. That's what my yacht's 42 laws say. But God's 10 commandments say, ye thou, which is you. You shall not steal. You shall not kill. While he is stealing and killing. What does that tell you? What kind of God does that shit, nigga? Wake up. Wake up. I'm giving a lecture off the dome, nigga. This coming straight from spirit, nigga. Everything I'm saying, I'm supposed to say. I've been led to do this, bro. You know how many synchronicities I seen about this shit? They told me to get on here and do this shit, bro. My spirit told me to get on here and do this shit. I'm getting on here and doing this shit for y'all niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Hit that like button, you feel what I'm saying? Share y'all niggas. Go fuck with a young nigga music. Go fuck with a young nigga in general. I'm finna start doing all type of content. I'm finna start doing reels, like little videos, like little TikTok videos and shit. Instagram reel type video, YouTube reel type video, shorts, all that. You feel what I'm saying? Finna drop some more music. It's spiritual. This high vibrational spiritual music that you can jam out to. Finna got you feel me? Start making these YouTube video back to 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 back. Finna hit the clothing brand, Melanated God clothing brand. I gotta get a name for it. It might be Jaru. No, no, I can't even tell y'all. Let me stop. I can't even tell y'all about it. Cause they gonna try to steal. I gotta copyright it first. I'm gonna stop it. I can't even tell y'all. Yeah, it's gonna be yeah. Just know that. But all that to say this, that God in the Bible is a jealous God. It is not an actual God. It is an entity playing the role of God. It is an entity who is not actually God playing the role of God. Don't fall for the madness. Be God. Be angelic. Be an angel. Be an angel of light. God is light. God is really everything. God is the essence of reality. But if you want to put it in a simple form, one of the things that God is light. That's the biggest light. That's the biggest light right there. And why they say angels or angles. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Anyone come on. Angels are angles of light. Angels, that's why words are just one word twisted around, one letter twisted around. The L and the E twisted around. Angles of light. Being an angle of light. You are melanated beings. You are God's children. God is light. You are an angle of light. You are light from different perspectives. You are here to open up different people's minds to different perspectives and make them see in different perspectives to open their consciousness and bring them into enlightenment. Listen to the words. Listen to the shit I'm saying, bro. This shit is the truth. If you don't believe it, you don't got to, bro. That's on you. That's on you. But there though, man. That's part one on why God in the Bible is down. If I got anything else to say, I'll bring it to y'all. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, I'm tired of talking right now. I'm ready to go drink and sit down and meditate and recharge because I'm supposed to be resting. But even when I'm resting, bro, I still got to do something because it's just me, bro. I gotta fulfill my purpose, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to y'all for watching this video. Thank you for y'all who stayed all the way through this point. I appreciate y'all. Y'all go follow my Instagram at mareemaat. Come on, Spider. Spider playing whales all across, man. Shit. Y'all go follow my Instagram at Mind of Mareemaat and Mareemaat if you want. It's Mareemaat, Mind of Mareemaat. Both of those in Mayat Productions. It will be in the description. And then those in the description, you go to one of my Instagram pages to take you to the other one. So yeah. I'm gonna really get a master link to where I can put all my Instagram and all my links in one shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that. But yeah. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. I hope this video brought you some insight and enlightenment. I hope me talking like this raised your frequency and open you up to a perspective that you've never seen before. Or even if it's one that you've seen before, I hope it opened your mind up and helped you. I appreciate y'all for watching this video. Stay true to yourself, stay peaceful, stay righteous. It's your boy Mareemaat. I'm out of here. Be a real God, nigga.